Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the campus of the University of Pennsylvania. My name is Anthony Salvato, joined by my co-host Zach Reagan, here for a matchup between the Hawks of St. Joe's Prep and the Cahalites of Roman Catholic. You're watching here on WSJP, presented by SFBN, the Sports Fan Base Network. Zach, welcome to the show.
Hey, Anthony. I'm really excited for this game. I've been looking forward to playoffs of any sport, and soccer is going to be just as intense. Two fierce PCL rivals. It's definitely going to be a fun one out here tonight.
Definitely will be. Also, I just want to mention the Hawks are also playing Roman Catholic in football tonight. Can also be found here on the SFBN page. We're now played out to midfield and stopped here by Cole McCartney. McCartney tipping that back for the Hawks to Salvo. Salvo will play that ahead, looking down the sideline for Carlucci, but intercepted by the Cahalites. Now finally dropping for Dennis McBride, his second game back off of an ankle injury. Taking some time here, fans on the ball. This one will come out to Saldana. And the Cahalites trying to play it forward before intercepted by the Hawks. Carlucci coming the other way. Sliding in for that one there was Blashewick. And the Cahalites with the steal. They'll play it ahead for Kitchenman. Kitchenman back to the middle. That pass taken away by McCartney. McCartney dumping it down the sideline for Sheridan. Ball popped up in the air. Almost played to midfield there by the Cahalites. So that ball got just out of the reach of Jack Salvo. Down into the Hawks end now for Pat Green. Pat Green looking up the middle for Faust, but cannot connect. Comes across midfield again by Lotus. And a Cahalite down here. Play continues.
That was a rough hit by Jack Salvo there, Anthony. It looked like he was barreling right into him.
Couldn't see exactly if that was incidental contact or not, but Lotus down.
I think the ref, he was going for the ball, but it appeared that Cahalite was just in the way.
The referees will take a timeout, an injury timeout, and they will signal for the trainer. I'm not sure where they collided. He looks like he's holding his left leg. Never a great sign. Hope everything's okay there.
It could have been a knee to knee now that I'm thinking about it, Anthony. The way he sort of he really barreled right into him for the ball. There's no avoiding that. So knee to knee would be my best guess, and it looks like that's what he's holding. Our angle is not great, though.
And he does get up under his own power, which is always a good sign. No penalty issued here against the Hawks or against Salvo. Excuse us for the background noise as the train is passing over at the bridge right directly above the field. And the ball will be placed out of bounds for a Hawks throw-in as Sioko on the throw here. Lotus coming off. I believe he has to sit till the next sub. He wants to go back in, so I feel I just have to rest him for a minute per PCL rules.
Yeah, Lotus is laughing it off. He looks like he's feeling all right, so that's definitely good to see that no one's getting hurt.
Definitely looked like more of an impact, just as you said, the collision kind of unavoidable there. This ball played to the outside for Pozlusny. Pozlusny pushing it upfield to Green. Green centering here for McBride. McBride has a man on him. Knocked the ball past, comes out to McCartney, and steered out by the Cahalites. As there goes Bellew. Now this one popped up right to the goalkeeper for the Cahalites, so we'll just roll it to the outside for Bellew. Hooked down the field here for Green. Green will just let that one go out of bounds. We'll get a Hawks throw in. Green with a far throw in, looking for Faust down the field. Faust covered by Lotus. And out of bounds, Hawks ball here. Faust will not throw this ball in, wearing gloves on both hands. Wonder if that was part of the reason why he put the ball down for the throw-in and left it for Green. Certainly a new look for him. We have not seen that this season. Now in the midfield here, Salvo keeping it towards the middle. And chipped up and away by Roman. And out of bounds for the Hawks ball. Green on the throw. Green looking for Faust, bounces over his head. And now steered to the middle by Roman Catholic. Salvo playing as Kitchenman, comes away with the ball. He'll send it down the sideline here for Saldana. Saldana, Lucci, intercepted bypass the middle for Faust. Faust getting some contact there by Bellew. Faust looking for the call. And nothing here. This comes up to Pat Green off the elbow of Dennis McBride. No whistle there, and McBride able to play that one off. Even he was looking for the whistle, but no stoppage from the referees. And now a takedown here against the Cahillites as Sheridan was taken down on the Hawks, and it'll be a...
I didn't really get a chance to see that one there, Anthony, but did he get tripped up there?
He got tripped up. I couldn't tell if he was holding the jersey and kind of used that to steer him down. Sheridan only dropped down to one knee, but that was enough for the whistle for the referee. McCartney will kick this one right to the middle. Off ahead, off Kitchenman for the Cahillites, and out to Pozlusny in the middle. Pozlusny chipping it out to McCartney. McCartney slowing, dropping for Faust. Faust trying to leave it back, and intercepted by the Cahillites. Sent down the field now, out to Kitchenman. Kitchenman coming around the side. Kitchenman getting past Green, centering there. Almost broken up by Salvo, and diving onto that one was Coleman Monahan, the junior goalkeeper there.
Just want to note how beautiful that pass looked to Kitchenman. I believe there was Saldana was able to get that on the outside of his foot and was able to almost to get something out of it.
And the other thing with the prep goaltenders here, Monahan splitting games with Emilio. They really been about alternating every other game. It's supposed to be based off of strengths and weaknesses for the Hawks and against the other team, but really just both high-quality goaltenders have wound up switching most of their games. And Monahan getting the start here, and a great start for him, and a takedown here on Faust, and a Hawks free kick in very dangerous area. Wonder if they can get a set piece here. Look for a play across the middle. They have a golden opportunity here, as it's essentially a corner kick, but with a much better angle.
Yeah, and after Roman got a good chance on goal, the prep is definitely looking to capitalize here.
McCartney centering pass here right in front of the net, off the head of Green, and stays out, but the Hawks keep the ball. Comes back to McCartney. McCartney chipping it over top for Pat Green. Batted down, and a whistle here. And Cahillites ball, they will squeak out of that one. The Hawks were knocking on the door there, looking to go up 1-0 very early.
And as you saw there with that little kick in the box there, the Hawks really utilizing Pat Green's height. Really looks mismatched against some of these Cahillite players. So using that sort of strength for them is going to be important moving forward as well.
Something else with Roman, not necessarily a very large team. Hawks really have the advantage in size for most of their players, especially on the back line defensively. It looks like another takedown penalty here.
Yeah,
Looks like Sheridan went down again.
These PCL matches are notoriously physical.
We've seen that all season, a lot of free kicks this season.
Ooh.
And here off Pat Green, off his elbow, and another Cahillite down. And a chip pass here, another shot wide.
Kitchenman had
Cahillites.
Yeah, Kitchenman had a wide open shot there. Just, I think he was going to try and hook it towards the far post. Yeah, that's it. And he just wasn't able to get enough hook on it, it appeared.
And Monahan will send this one away. Over to midfield, off the head of Salvo, and played forward. But interrupted by the Cahillites, now down to Kitchenman. Kitchenman trying to play that off his head, but to no avail.
Ooh.
Played ahead now for the Hawks. And McCartney is upended. This will be a Hawks free kick. Have to re-spot it a little bit.
Yeah, a lot more shoving than we've seen in some other PCL matches, though, as playoffs definitely excite.
And the Cahillites able to read the Hawks' pass there. Green's pass was intercepted and taken the other way into the Hawks' end now. And Salvo with the ball. He'll play it over to McBride. McBride looking for Carlucci. Carlucci appearing out of 2 defenders to get that ball. They'll send it to the middle for McCartney. Now to Faust. Faust with the ball right at the top of the box. Now kicked off the hand here. And up into the air and caught in the air by Kalingo, the goalkeeper for the Cahalites. He will get that one away already as it comes down the field for Lotus. And down the sideline for Saldana. Saldana on green. Saldana cutting towards the middle, leaving it back for Lotus. Lotus with a nice centering pass here, taken by Monahan.
Yeah, Monahan doesn't hesitate to step out, of his comfort zone when it comes to grabbing a ball like that, and that's really what makes him so valuable back there, is his confidence.
Now the ball back here for Teresco. Teresco down the sideline for Sioka. First time really the Hawks have worked it out to the right side, back on the defensive line. And Sioka with the stop there, unable to keep it in bounds. It'll be a Cahalite throw, and here is Crespo on the far sideline. Will take this one for the Cahalites. Sending it ahead, it comes down to Teresco. Teresco will play it up off the foot of Salvo. Salvo trying to get it to Carlucci, it looks like there. Make that McBride. They cannot get it out. Now, meanwhile, Roman with it in the corner. Pazluzny with some great defense here. And Roman will almost take it out of bounds. We'll get a whistle here. And a free kick here. A call against Pazluzny. This is about where the Hawks kicked earlier, just a little bit lower and closer to the net, but essentially another corner kick, like free kick here. You hear the Roman sideline coach is really trying to set this play up. Dangerous angle if you're the Hawks.
This is going to be a tough one to pull off. Practically a corner kick, just a little shorter.
Crespo left open at the top. It looks like he was trying to cut in there. Now they'll send this one in the air and grabbed out of the air by Coleman Monahan, who fires a missile down for Faust, but cannot get that to go the other way. But Monahan stepping in, making that save. Now down the sideline for Saldana. Saldana gets to the ball and will play it off green for a corner kick. But a great leaping catch there by Monahan to break up that free kick and get out of that play momentarily.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like he's been watching a Randy Moss film with that kind of grab. It was leaped over 3 or 4 players, whether they were in white or black uniforms, and able to make a fantastic play on the ball.
Another corner here from Roman. This one to the far post. And off the head of Pazluzny and out to the other side as Crespo took that corner kick. And now we will see another Roman kick, and it looks like they're going to try and do that again.
Third time's a charm, perhaps?
Perhaps. Perhaps not. Monahan up and hauls that one in again.
What a monster.
Make that 2 catches for 45 yards. And he'll take his time to get rid of this one now. Let his teammates spread out down the field. Now ball played ahead for Faust. And knocked out of bounds.
I feel like Monahan's going to have to come out at half and head over to Conshohocken for St. Joe's Prep football versus Roman.
We'd love to see it. Now here comes Green. Looking in the middle for Carlucci. And dumped all the way down by Lashaway. And scooped up there by Monahan. Monahan taking his time, settling. We'll punt this one. This one to Salvo. Salvo with a nice touch off the foot to Carlucci. Carlucci with a little bit of high pass to McBride. McBride over to Green. Green looking down the sideline, cannot get it to McCartney. Instead taken by Bellew. And played to the box for Incaligno. Now headed into the middle here. It goes over the head of Faust and right in front of the net. And knocked out of play by McCurry.
That was a really intense play. I could barely even see what happened there. I saw a player run in and a ball fly away. So I assume that has some sort of correlation.
Now Carlucci on this corner kick. A little bit to the outside. Nobody there for the Hawks. The ball comes rolling out. Sioko coming all the way across the field and from the back end to get on that ball. Will play ahead for Carlucci. Carlucci now to McCartney. Off McCartney's foot. Make that off K-Light foot and Hawks ball. There's Pat Green again with the throw. Looks in the middle. He has a wide open Jack Salvo. Salvo playing it off the head. Looking for Faust, but cannot connect there. Green stepping up to intercept this one. Beautiful pass.
To no one, unfortunately, but
Hawks all the way, already on their way back to avoid being offsides.
if someone were there, though, that would be a beauty.
Sheridan trying to stay outside, just running the other way. Green sent the pass too far ahead.
What a volley there from...
Sent down the field here. Monahan plays that with the knee off the head of a Roman player. Now comes out to Kitchenman. This will be Hawks ball. May have been offsides.
Yeah, the call I'm not quite sure, but that seems like the likely option, offsides.
Monahan was too far out of the box to pick up that ball, and instead chose the running knee. Nearly took the head off of a KLA player, but the Hawks able to get the ball out and a free kick here. This one from Teresco. Booming kick all the way down to Sheridan. Across midfield to the far sideline. Sheridan with a nice touch trying to get up to McCartney, but taken away. And here comes Lotus for the Cahalites. Intercepted by Sioko. I'll say it deflected off of Roman. This will be Hawks ball yet again. Sioko to the middle. They'll leave it for Carlucci. Carlucci, McBride. McBride almost catching that one there. Really needs to keep those hands down. McBride trying to play it back for defender, intercepted by Renteria Hernandez. And he will go down. It'll take a minute to get up, rubbing his ankle. And it looks like we will finally get to see some subs on the Hawks side. We haven't seen any all game. Usually Coach Coyle likes to run his subs early.
This game so far has been pretty intense, so it's understandable why he wouldn't.
Bellew with a bad touch there on the sideline. Now trying to center that, blocked away by McCartney. And a corner kick coming up for Roman.
Gets it right into the far willow tree there. And really a great deflection by McCartney, being able to get there and put his body in front of the ball. The sacrifice was not in vain.
Definitely not. A short kick here by Roman, coming in on the kick high and wide. I can't see the number there. The K-Lights flying in to pick up that loose ball. But putting it wide there is number 12, or number 18, McLeod. And the Hawks with a goal kick. Monahan trying to get the salvo off the head of Lotus for the Cahalites. Now Lotus sending it up the middle and off the head of Pozlusny. That's into the middle again. Lotus trying to play it over for Saldana. This will be off of Roman. And Hawks ball. We will see some subs now. Casper checking into the game for the Hawks, on with Prue and Dorsbacher.
Oh, coaches are not happy with the ref here. We hear a little bit of arguing amongst them.
Casper's throw off the head of Lashwick. And a Roman throw. Couldn't find the ball there for a minute. Crespo will throw this one in. and deflected off the Hawks right in front of the net, and now finally steered away. And Faust will play that up for McBride. McBride will slow things down and look for a pass. Going cross field for Carlucci. And broken up there. Pozlusny stepping up to get on that ball and get it back out to Carlucci. Carlucci with some time. Nice through ball there. For the moment, does not connect with Dorsbacher, but Salvo taking the ball out. Salvo playing it down the sideline now for McBride. McBride chipping it to the middle. Off ahead. In front off Bellew, and this will... or Lashwick. This will be a Hawks corner, I believe. Yes, it did enter out of the back.
So as we're looking, some of the subs that have entered for the Hawks, number 3, Justin Casper, and number 23, Kevin Dorsbacher, are the ones that I've seen.
Prue with the shot off the hands and Caligno, and a great opportunity for the Hawks. And Prue with a laser.
That's the other sub I was forgetting there, but he makes himself known quick with that laser, and an equally great save by Incolingo there.
Now a corner kick from the opposite side here for the Hawks.
RJ Carlucci will be taking this one.
Carlucci playing that short for Faust. Faust tips it off of a Cahillite, and now played up by Crespo. Now Carlucci trying to center. Kick here fanned away. Salvo, missed kick. Cahillites start to take it away.
But another one is down. Towards the top of the box. That'd be
Tim Kane, the senior. And Roman ball from right inside the box. Now this pass intercepted by Carlucci. Carlucci playing into the middle for Faust. Faust cannot get by his man. And the Hawks could have had numbers the other way. They'll send this one down the sideline to Kitchenman. Casper caught playing up. And Monahan has to come out of the goal there to get that one. He'll play it right out to Pozlusny. Now Pozlusny ahead for Carlucci. Carlucci taking his time. With a lot of help, Saldana losing the ball. And a takedown here.
Two men down. Carlucci. I can't quite see.
Limping away.
Yeah,
He can't get up either.
Carlucci cannot get up, and Roman coaches and refs still exchanging harsh words for each other. It appears that'll be Kitchenman for the Cahillites.
And Carlucci will have to come off.
Yeah, he does not look okay. He's going to be seeing the trainer.
So it looked like a delayed reaction at first. They both went down, but I didn't see Carlucci rolling around at first.
Regardless, we wish the best for his health. Hopefully, he'll be able to nurse this one and be able to play in the next game if the prep does, in fact, advance.
They will have to stop this free kick first. Coming from the Cahillites. This one, short kick, deflected on the way, bounces in front of the net. And cleared out by the Hawks momentarily. Crespo shot high. And the kick is good over the crossbar. Could have been good from about 35. And Hawks goal kick getting out of another one there. After originally a deflected free kick that ended up right in front of the net, but the Hawks able to clear and survive another scary one.
Crespo can take the trip with Monahan to Conshohocken at halftime with that beautiful field goal.
Now this ball back to Prue. Prue down the sideline, playing it ahead, out of bounds. And Cahillite's ball. One of the more unusual names for a team, the Cahillites, for anyone that does not know, named after the founder, Thomas Cahill, founder of Roman Catholic, and decided that the teams would take his name. Now a shot here from the Hawks, scooped up by Incolingo.
I didn't realize this was PCL history class, Anthony.
The more you know. Now this one played ahead, intercepted by Casper. Casper taking a lot of contact from Kitchenman, but able to keep that ahead.
Oh no, they're calling out the refs by name, Anthony. It is getting really ugly out here. As
a little too personal out here, definitely.
Yeah.
This one coming to McBride in the middle. McBride has the ball taken from him as Garcia Barrios comes in and kept out there by Pozlusny. Throw in here coming from Saldana as the coach is trying to rush ahead. Lotus. Oh, centering kick. Beautiful center there. Knocked away by the Hawks off the head of Teresco. Teresco probably could have let that one go out of bounds.
I feel like we haven't talked enough about Jerry Pozlusny's poise in the, on the back line. He's looked really good so far, and we really haven't talked enough about him. He was able to scramble and get that through ball out of bounds. But any other thoughts on Jerry's performance so far, Ant?
He's been a huge part to the defense this season, and they've really needed him, especially in the absence of McBride, and now we get to see him as a complement to Dennis McBride. And a missile fired out here by Monahan, but intercepted. And played ahead by Lashwick. And Pozlusny will take it into the corner. Head for Sheridan. Sheridan to the middle, looking for Dorsbacher. He will find him. Dorsbacher ahead for McCartney. Now the Hawks move it the other way. Here comes McCartney. McCartney looking ahead for Faust. Faust, nice touch, loses the ball, comes out to Sheridan. Sheridan keeps possession, he'll get it back to Dorsbacher. Dorsbacher to McCartney. McCartney fighting off the contact, he'll send it down to McBride. McBride faking, centering, off the head of Saldana. And now played out of bounds by McCartney, but a great rush there for the Hawks. Get a better offensive presence established.
Yeah, he put just too much on that ball there. Well, actually, it was probably more than a little, but coming off of, you just had to take one touch on it, and it was a little too much there. So
now Casper to Dorsbacher, ahead for McCartney. McCartney unable to penetrate the defensive line there, and a nice move by the Cahillites. Take down Kitchenman, taking down Pozlusny, and a whistle.
A little late for my taste, but...
And Zakir Brewster, the junior, also checking in, exchanging a few words with Casper after the whistle.
Yeah, these games do get chippy really fast, as we're not even at halftime yet here at Penn Park.
Pozlusny's kick to the middle, looking for Faust, goes over the head of a Cahillite here, and almost played out of bounds, still in the box. And off the face of Sheridan, and a whistle from the referees.
I think that one's going to be offsides on Sheridan, and they'll pretty much get a goal kick.
Just about. And offsides has really been something we've seen, especially in our games at Penn Park, the Hawks have struggled with. It's something they need to fix moving ahead if they want to win this game and move on in the PCL playoffs. This one was played off the head of the Cahillites from the far sideline, off the head of Kane. It'll be Hawks' ball, throw in the midfield. Initially turned over, but taken away. Here comes Kane down the sideline for the Cahillites. Kane cutting back. Kane making another move. Salvo staying with him. Now a chip pass to the middle by Lashwick. Now centering here, not sure what they were looking for. As it comes out to Faust. Now Faust looking ahead for McBride, but does not connect. That was one coming to McCartney. McCartney, nice touch on the ball. Gets past his man. He'll send it up for Sheridan. That pass is off the mark, but Casper coming in, plays up off his chest and out of his foot. He'll send it across field for McBride. McBride back to Casper. Casper trying to cut around there off Lashwick. Gets some hands in there.
Uh-oh.
Lashwick bumps him.
Engaging in some extracurriculars, it seems.
Referee is having a few words with both players. We'll get some substitutions soon. Kozlusny playing that ball ahead. Off the head there of Kitchenman, who overruns that, almost letting it go out of bounds. Now someone comes over to Brewster. Brewster looking down the sideline for Kitchenman. This will be Hawks ball. And they'll call for subs here. Pat Green coming back into the game. Matt Shade entering the game for the first time. Sheridan getting a breather. And Casper coming
Kitchenman
out
for the Caholites. Sorry to cut you off there. Also coming out. He's really been the focal point of their offense so far from my angle, and he really knows how to work the ball well. As that's why he's been able to get so many opportunities.
Now Saldana playing this behind him. Dorsbacher there. Moving it up for the Hawks. Goes off a few heads here. Now off Salvo. Now comes out to Kane. Broken up momentarily by Green. Comes out to Lotus. Lotus centering pass there. Knocked away by Prue. And over midfield there for Crespo for the Caholites to pick it up. And he will look ahead. This will come back out to Lotus. Lotus through ball here. Here come the Caholites. Trying to center that one, blocked away by Kozlusny.
Using that huge frame to get in the way of some of these smaller Kaolite players. Just like we were talking about earlier with Pat Green on the opposite side of the field, Jerry Kozlusny is using some of those same tactics here on the defensive side.
This will be a throw-in for the Caholites. And scooped up by Coleman Monahan. And just for an update for the Hawks football game, currently up 14-0 over the Roman Catholic Caholites at the end of the first quarter. Touchdowns for the Hawks from Blaine Bunch and Josh Barlow. And a fumble recovery by James Hurd for the Hawks football team.
In case you want to tune in there, you can stay right here on the Sports Fanbase Network and just scroll right over to the other game, and you can see some Hawks football action as well.
We'll give you both football and American football here tonight on Sports Fanbase Network. With partnership with WSJP. This ball is played out of bounds, a goal kick.
Also want to note the kind of doubleheader we have going on, the multi-sport.
Triple header, if you include freshman football, also taking on Roman Catholic at 3:45 today.
Really unique, not something we see very often.
Sometimes within the same sport, but never within multiple sports, as you mentioned.
On the same day, no less.
Now Brewster crashing into the Hawks zone, sliding in his Kozlusny. But the Caholites keep the ball. Kicked here, slid. Sliding out there on the save, Coleman Monahan. Monahan firing that pass out to McBride down the sideline.
The equanimity he shows in goal is insurmountable.
And a long pass from McBride, tipped out of bounds. And the Hawks, a great play to establish some field position here. Faust cutting down the sideline. Faust looking towards the middle. Off some Caholites there, out to Lashowick, who played ahead. And the Caholites almost getting it out. Dorsbacher cutting in. Taking out a man, no whistle. Clean play there. Taking out Joseph Carr, the senior. And the Hawks get the ball back.
To me, it seems like clean is relative.
And a foul there on the far side. And no whistle as McCartney had his leg taken out from under him. Crespo picked it up, picked McCartney up and threw him down from his leg. The referee was right there.
Yeah, as I was just saying, clean is relative when it comes to PCL, and the playoffs even less so. So those are just something you want to see. I feel like the rest are just kind of slighting both coaches at this point.
Well, I understand that, but you can't let a player grab another player by the leg and throw him down. You really need to take control of the game at some point.
Understood, of course.
Played down the field here. Kozlusny trying to play it out of bounds to the side, but will play it out of the back. And a corner kick coming for the Caholites. As they get set here Crespo will come in and take this kick. Brewster will go to the front of the net.
They're setting up Coleman Monahan for the... Oh, no, that was a throw-in, not a corner kick.
Not a corner kick. Fortunate for the Hawks. McCartney sending this one down out of bounds. Great placement to get out of harm's way. And a Roman throw-in with Bellew taking this one. Playing it ahead for Kane. Kane back to Bellew. Now to Lotus. Lotus hooking that one to the middle. Intercepted by the Hawks, played out to Crespo. Now McBride playing that ball. Forced down the sideline by the Cahillites. Nice touch there by McLeod. Now another centering pass here as another Hawk is taken out. This will be a Roman throw-in. And now a helicopter over the field. We've seen just about everything. Now here to the middle. Played by Monahan. He can't pick it up. And now chipped out of the box by the Hawks. This will be Roman ball. But another close call there. Monahan standing tall in his crease. It looked like Salvo able to chip that one out for the Hawks. It looked like a relatively harmless play. Found the ball in the middle of the crease.
A Kaolite like barreled into the back of the net, and I saw it move, and it sort of scared me because I could kind of see the ball in front of the net there, but it was really sketchy there for a little bit. Luckily, the Hawks able to get it out. The score remains tied, 0-0.
Now this one played back for Prue. Prue looking ahead for McBride. McBride tied up. Cannot get the ball. Comes out to Lotus. Lotus looking for a pass down to Kane. That is intercepted by the junior, Brock Harris. Harris trying to pass that ahead for McCartney. But too much on his pass, but the Cahillites will play it to the sideline. It'll be a Hawks throw in here. Pat Green coming to take that one. Harris has the ball taken from there by Bellew. And a huge hit by McCartney.
Yeah, we're still getting a little handsy here as elbows are being thrown.
Well, they weren't going to let anything else go, and they certainly did not let that one go. It was a Roman ball. They will send it into the Hawks' end. Poslusny now looking for Prue. Now Dorsbacher on the ball. Dorsbacher trying to spring Harris. Not there in time. This one chipped ahead. Poslusny trying to play the ball. Runs into the back of Carr.
Although that one looked bad, I feel like that was one of the more cleaner hits we've seen today. It looked like Poslusny was just trying to get up for the ball and happened to catch a piece of the Kaolite there. I believe it was Lotus, but I'm not quite... Carr, my mistake. But that... I feel like that one,
I'm not sure on.
A little more questionable. I feel like there were worse ones that they did not call, notably the McCartney one earlier, where he had his leg swiped out from underneath him.
Picked up and thrown down. Now, high kick here. And the first team all-hands goalkeeper there, Monahan, taking that one with ease. Faust trying to get that ahead for McBride. He's kind of taken out, or wipes out on the kick, on the pass. Does not get over. Now Brewster. Brewster into the middle, trying to cut back, broken up by Poslusny. And comes out to Lotus. With some time now, Salvo playing close defense. And Prue will play that ahead for Harris. Harris loses the ball. And Lashowick sails that one wide right there.
Yeah, Harris just takes a bit of a tad too much of a touch there on the ball, and
tough bounce off of his leg too to maintain possession.
Yeah, but those simple mistakes can lead to very detrimental consequences.
Definitely. Now we'll wait for this goal kick from Monahan. Monahan trying to get it down the near sideline, does not hook as well as he wanted. Comes out to Tim Kane for the Caholites. He'll chip it ahead for Brewster, but knocked away by Pozzalusny. Into the cross field behind us. And Roman throw in.
That'll be a big throw in from Crespo.
Tipped to the middle here. Monahan could not get a hand on it, but whistled and given to the Hawks.
He had to leap over Dorsbacher to keep the ball down and keep it away from the net. And Kevin Dorsbacher is a big kid, so quite the challenge for Monahan there.
Harris up for McCartney, now for Faust. Faust with that ball taken from him by Lashwick. Played head for Kane. But Green there on the ball to Faust. Hawks calling for a handball there as it went off the head and potentially the arm of Lashwick. Now it looks like McLeod cutting in there. I'll send it to the outside for Kane. Almost had a chance there. Get it on net. Sorry, Carr. That ball, the Hawks with it now. They'll chip it out, looking for Faust. The Caholites will get that crashing in. They'll play this to Lotus. Lotus to the middle for Brewster. Back for Lotus. Now a kick here blocked away. Just trickling wide, scooped up by Monahan. And slow to get up on that one. Jerry Pozzalusny is able to walk that one off.
As soon as the defense begins to crash, they just managed to pull it together at the last second. That'll be the call for halftime here at Penn Park.
That will do it for the half. Very back and forth game. Favoring Roman just a little bit, but we have seen some great opportunities on both sides. A few close calls, a few injuries, and a few arguments or disputes between coaches, referees, coaches, players, players, and players. We've really had it all here at Penn Park on Sports Fan Base Network with WSJP. My name is Anthony Salvato, and joined by Zach Reagan. Don't go away. We'll be back for some second half action in just a bit. Stay tuned. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, for some second half action between the Hawks of St. Joe's Prep and the K-Lights of Roman Catholic. My name is Anthony Salvato, once again joined by my color analyst Zach Reagan here with WSJP on Sports Fanbase Network. We are scoreless through the first half, a very physical game on both sides. And you can hear both sidelines very active in this game, very loud, and communicating with the players and exchanging some words with the referees. Some very close calls, both sides having very strong chances. Notably, Roman having a lot of offense towards the end of the first half. Hawks looking to turn that around. The winner of this will likely go on to play LaSalle. It's a consensus we've been hearing from the coaches. The Hawks tied the LaSalle Explorers just 2 games ago, 1-1 at SJU. And the Hawks will start with the ball here. Out of bounds, Roman ball. Sioko playing it up and just kept in bounds by McBride. Played ahead for the Hawks. Poslusny crashing in. Cannot get the ball there, and Kane comes away with it for the K-Lights. Kane trying to center. Now broken up by Poslusny. Poslusny playing for Faust. Faust back to Casper. Now over to Poslusny. Poslusny coming across midfield. Looking for a through ball there. Does not connect. Now back to Lashwick. Lashwick down the sideline. Off the head of Brock Harris. Brock Harris playing kind of far back than he usually does. I don't know if they change up his position. Usually playing forward, looking around midfield. Almost defense there.
Yeah, my guess is they probably have him around midfield simply because of how fast he is. I mean, that's definitely Harris's most vital asset. And unfortunately, he hasn't been able to take advantage of it much so far this season, but it's something we always look forward to.
Harris has had a great season, a lot of chances. Just waiting for him to put that first tally on the board. He's come very close many times. Sorry, he does have 1 on the season against Devon. He's come very close here at our Penn Park games, and we'd love to see him put 1 home. And the Hawks really need 1 now. As that free kick back there. Some contact called on Faust. And the K-Lights will get the ball in the corner now. Lotus. Broken up by Salvo and now played off Crespo. Crespo taking that one, sending it to the back. Out of play, out of the field, and a goal kick for Coleman Monahan. Had a great first half. Really jumping in there, snagging a few of the higher passes and blocking a few shots, diving out there. Some great goal kicks in the first half. This one knocked down a little bit short here. Now Dorsbacher ahead for Harris. Harris down to McCartney. McCartney getting by his man. McCartney, Faust, and McBride all coming down. 3 of the 4 captains. Now this one comes to Faust for the middle. Faust sliding down, gets taken down to McBride. McBride centering pass blocked to the outside.
Oh my God!
Wow.
What a sequence there! As it looked like
Julian Faust
Julian Faust was almost able to get a leg on that, and then Dennis McBride also almost got a leg on that. Really intense there. My heart is racing, and I'm on the edge of my seat here.
That is the momentum the Hawks needed.
Getting the bench lively and active as well.
And some of the fans on the other side of the field, a great showing. We did not mention that in the first half, but by the Hawks parents and fans.
Easily the most crowded we've seen it at Penn Park here this season, and we've been here quite a few times.
Definitely, and also a few students making their way out. Skipping the football game here. This one comes down to McBride. And sliding in to get that was Inkalingo. Able to throw that one down the sideline for Carr. The Hawks finally putting some pressure on the ball. This one down the sideline for Garcia Barrios. And moved ahead for Carr. Carr to the middle. Shot wide. And kicked away by Teresco, but still in the box here. Shot by Saldana. and kept to the outside.
It has been nonstop action so far in the second half, just going coast to coast with really some thrilling sequences so far in the second half. The prep marching down the field and almost getting a shot off with McCartney, McBride, and Faust. And the K-Lights on the other side really making us nervous up here in the booth.
Now free kick here for the Hawks. And Pozlusny will take this one. Score update for the football game, 21-7 for the Hawks. As Kasim Phillips picked up a touchdown and responded by the Cahalites. In this game, we are still scoreless, but that could change. McCartney trying to center that one. And now rips one high over the netting into the parking lot and probably finding its way out to Market Street as we speak.
And another
kick for the Cahalites.
Another kick is good this time for Cole McCartney, just putting a wee too much on that ball there.
Really got all of that one. Now this ball for Faust. Faust trying to get that to McCartney. Does not go. Now played downfield for Pozlusny. Pozlusny will play it back to Monahan. Monahan now out to Salvo. Salvo trying to play it off the back of his head. Garcia Brios with the ball. Play that back to Lashwick. Now McBride with the steal. McBride trying to play it down the sideline. Broken up by Crespo. Crespo getting that down off the face of Tresco. Out of bounds. Cahalites ball. Still plenty of time in this second half. We have been around for one tie this season. And we have seen some overtime PCL soccer when we covered the Hawks versus the LaSalle College High School Explorers just a few weeks ago, just a week ago. But we have not seen any free kicks to end or decide the game. But that is within the realm of possibility for the playoffs. Sioko chipping that ball behind him. And out of bounds, just keeping it out of reach of Carr.
A very textbook play there as you get some help from the coaches on the bench. Just getting it out, an easy play, and helps you in the long run, really.
Now Crespo, sideline Crespo centering. High, and just over the net.
Carlucci and Prue both entered the game for the Hawks now.
Out comes Sioko, and McBride playing kind of shorter minutes now, coming back from the injury. He was one of the guys we would see potentially play all game earlier in the season, but after that ankle injury, as they're still nursing it back to health, they want to make sure he takes a safe amount of time. Sorry, he will stay out there now instead.
Yeah, Harris.
Looked as if he was coming off. Harris did come off instead. But injuries are certainly something to look out for, especially with a key player like McBride. However, Zach, I don't think we have yet to see Cole McCartney check out of a game all season, if I'm correct.
Yeah, he's really good. McCartney's definitely gotten the most minutes, really sort of their Iron Man, so to speak.
And just a workhorse on both sides of the ball, can really get back in defensively. And he's an exceptional playmaker on the offensive side of the ball.
Wow, what a move there.
Great move there by Lotus, playing it ahead for Kane. Pozlusny will edge him to the outside. And Kane cutting over the middle, broken up. Out for Faust. Faust bumped off the ball, but will take possession. He'll play it ahead for McCartney. McCartney upended. And a foul. And McCartney staying down just long enough to get that foul. Scared us for a little bit.
It's so surprising to me that he was able to get that one and not the one from earlier in the first half. If you heard us mention, he
was picked up and thrown down.
Yeah, really, really puzzling to me personally. And I'm sure to many of our viewers as well.
Just what I was going to say. A long kick from Pozlusny. And Carlucci trying to get a kick at that one from the box. Cannot get there. Kalingo falls on top of that one. We'll pick it up and go to kick it away. High kick to midfield. Dorsbacher trying to get on that one. Called for a foul. And Cahill ball right at midfield as McLeod, the junior, on the free kick from the logo. McLeod down, nobody there but McBride to intercept that. Salvo with a nice touch to play it ahead for McCartney. McCartney hooking it forward for Crespo. Crespo centered there and timing that jump perfectly. Pozlusny. Dorsbacher kicked in the rib cage and brought down. No call. Hawks move ahead. Faust with McBride. McBride slowing, can't cut back. Player goes down. McBride still has the ball. McBride in the corner. Kicks it off his defender.
It is going to be a corner kick chance for the Hawks here as
Pat Green coming in. Saw him with a laser goal earlier at Penn Park earlier in the season. Coming off of a corner kick, so definitely a guy you want out there for that.
And as time ticks away in the second half, every time a team gets an opportunity, I feel like I'm going to say that this is going to be really important for how this game is going to play out. And it's going to be a vital chance for the Hawks.
High kick here in front, in the box right in front.
Dorsbacher tried to get ahead on him, but just missed.
Wow, nobody on it. Cahillite's able to clear out of bounds. And a Hawks throw-in. Something that we've seen a lot more from the Hawks in the second half. It's harder with soccer. You've seen some of the other sports how important it is to have an odd man rush. But soccer, you really just want at least even numbers. And we've seen two of those occasions here for the Hawks already in the second half. Those are the types of plays I want to look for and set up some great opportunities and some great corner kicks. We've seen a little bit, much more pressure from the Hawks compared to the first half. As they control it at midfield, Prue chipping it ahead, turned over there. It's been taken by Garcia. Now to the middle of the field, through ball there. Prue cannot get on it, and Pozlusny has to play it out of bounds. He landed very uncomfortably on that right leg, was able to hobble off.
That's their main issue with Sean Prue there, is that he is really fast, and that's what makes him so valuable as a striker. But on defense, his touch can be a liability, and those kinds of mistakes are what lead to goals in some cases.
And a throw in here, very close to the corner, off the head of Pozlusny. Pozlusny playing it down. And cycled back to the middle. A little bit of interference there as Monahan went up to catch the ball. It's off the head of a Cahillite, now finally cleared out by the Hawks. Monahan had the ball and immediately popped out of his hands as he came down on the catch, but the Hawks moved the other way. Carlucci playing it just out of reach for Faust and taken by Crespo. Salvo in the step on that and a whistle.
Yeah, that one's going to be the other way. It didn't even look like Salvo tried to do anything. Just, I believe it was Garcia there who might have just tripped on his foot. Yeah, that was.
Can't not call that one.
Manuel Garcia just sort of tripped over Jack Salvo there. It's going to be a free kick for the Cahillites. McLeod's going to be taking it.
He'll send it to the far sideline. Carlucci in pursuit there. Centering pass to behind the net. Almost said to the side of the net, but well behind. And Monahan with a goal kick.
Can be a tough angle we have up here in our little lifeguard chair-esque booth at Penn Park.
I think we've been a little spoiled with the facilities at Franklin Field. Sorry, the historic Franklin Field. With plenty of press boxes. This one, much smaller scale. This ball is played back to the crease for Coleman Monahan, who will just pick that one up And wait for his teammates to spread out. He'll punt this one to the logo off the head of Salvo. Can't tell you how many goal kicks and passes away or punts away from the goalkeeper Salvo has had the first touch on this season. It's almost like a set play always out to him.
Salvo's
at midfield.
Yeah, Salvo's sort of the anti-Sean Prue, where his touch is great, but his speed, his touch and his defense is great, but his speed not so much. That's why you have him in midfield.
Now a wide kick here by the Cahalites. Kane hooking that one to the left. And another Monahan goal kick. Line drive. This one off the head of Lashwick. Comes out to Pozlusny. Pozlusny playing it off Teresco. Working symbiotically. Not exactly how you draw that one up, but
Teresco really putting his back into that one.
Certainly one way to look at it. Now out of bounds. Hawks ball. Cahalites ball instead. Hawks thought they had it. Carlucci picked it up, and referee signaled that it was Roman's ball. Now played to middle here. Pozlusny controlling it, trying to get it out. Sorry, he'll watch that one go out of play, as the Hawks did not touch it. Brock Harris will now sub in. Julian Faust coming out of this game momentarily. And for anyone just joining us here, 0-0 between the Hawks and the Cahalites. About the most interesting scoreless game you'll see sometime this year. A great game on both sides, very evenly matched, and a lot of great opportunities. And another Cahalites ball that the Hawks thought was theirs.
It's very shocking how evenly matched this game has been, because the Hawks beat Roman Catholic earlier this year 5-2. Really a dominant performance, but I suppose playoffs bring out another animal in any team.
Both teams really looking like different teams than we saw at that 5-2 game. Very great game here. Kane shot blocked by Teresco. That one looked like it was off the Cahalites. They'll call it off the Hawks, off McBride. And Crespo take this throw in here. High throw to the side, off the head of Salvo. This one is out of play. Goal kick. Not goal kick, sorry, corner kick. And Crespo again. Kick this one away. Lotus will follow. Corner kick here, high and snagged by Coleman Monahan.
Yet another one, and he's got a cannon for an arm to boot.
And he will send that one out to Harris, but taken summarily by the Cahalites and dumped into the Hawks' half. And now Pat Green playing off the head, a great volley from both sides. Salvo comes away with the ball as Lotus blows a tire, and the Hawks come the other way. Ahead for Brock Harris. Harris cutting into half, slows down, loses the ball. Harris now trying to center. Cuts back, still with the ball, played ahead, comes out to McBride. McBride left-footed, quick shot. And scooped up by Inkalingo.
Very well set up, just sort of, he saw the ball was on the ground from McBride, so he just sort of knelt down and was able to just cover the ball with himself. So it really worked out well, and he's able to position himself really well to make a good play on the ball there.
Now chip pass to the middle here into the breadbasket of Coleman Monahan, who has been outstanding in this game. Is really needed to make some key saves. He's been there when his number was called.
he was also a starter last year as a sophomore, which is really impressive if his skills aren't already apparent for you.
With a lot of seniors on this team, the future still looks bright for the Hawks, especially in the goalkeeper position with Emilio and Monahan. And some younger guys, some younger sophomores as well. Now crashing in for that ball was McCartney. He just could not get there in time. The Cahillites will clear. Trying to send it down for Kane. Teresco there will keep that ball in front of him and over to Salvo. And Salvo taking his man down. They will call this Roman ball. With a quick throw in here off the back of Prue. And another Cahillites ball. Crespo throwing this one in. Trying to find a man. Pozlusny will dump that one out. Harris plays it off his head. Taken by McLeod. Now back to Crespo. Crespo bolted down that sideline to get there. Now McBride. Keep this one in. Played ahead, trying to find Prue. Prue was just taken down, getting up, did not see the ball. Now Kane will play this one out. Hawks ball. And Faust will come back in for Harris.
I feel like we haven't really talked a lot about Nick Likowick, a fantastic passer for the Cahillites. He's looked really good so far in this game, and he's really been the guy that they move their offense through. As McBride is
here comes
down the
McBride.
Sideline.
As Crespo defending him. McBride centering. Still inbounds. McBride overshoots it there. Saved by Salvo. Salvo to the middle for Prue. Prue trying to get it past Kane. Now Faust. Faust cutting through. Faust slides, taking down McCartney on the ball.
Garcia makes a great play with the slide tackle there.
Teresco cutting in with some speed. Takes the ball to the outside. To the middle now for McCartney. Now back to McBride. McBride high pass to the middle for the Hawks. Off ahead and scooped up by Inklingo. And a great sequence by the Hawks.
Yeah, he's just not able to get enough oomph on that header to make it count. And Inklingo is just able to scoop it up pretty easily. But as you mentioned, another great sequence for the Hawks. I mean, we keep seeing potential from both teams, but no one's been able to capitalize yet.
Now over midfield, Salvo. Can't get that one to McBride. Whistle here, takedown on Salvo. And a Hawks free kick coming from the logo.
The Hawks have, as you mentioned earlier, the Hawks have really amped it up here in the second half, really making, just pushing themselves to get into Roman territory. And we've seen them get a couple of great chances, not to mention this last one just happened just a minute or so ago. But hopefully, as I mentioned, as the clock continues to tick down, it becomes more and more important to put a goal on the board and avoid some overtime.
Pozlusny's kick into the box. Hawks could not get ahead on that one. And Inklingo will pick that one up for the Cahillites, and he will send it to the logo. This one comes out to Kane. Kane's through ball, broken up by Teresco. Now Kane trying to play it for Brewster. Carr will pick that one up. Carr to the box, sending it across. Blocked on the way by Prue. Shot here, wide, scores! Looked like it was going wide. The Cahillites pick up the first strike of the game very late.
And what a goal that was. The volley.
Wow.
He was able to put it right in the corner just where Monahan couldn't reach. And visible frustration from him. Players on the field and off for the Hawks. But Now it's crunch time for St. Joe's Prep as they have to look to even this one up in order to stay alive in PCL playoffs to avoid this upset.
Wow, the Hawks kind of just stunned by that one. And a lot of subs coming in. McBride, Green, and Prue all coming out after that goal. Now Pozlusny over to Sioko. Sioko ahead for Carlucci. Carlucci now to Faust. Faust up for Sheridan. Ball is taken from him, now comes in the middle for Faust. Faust can't get a shot off. Pozlusny steps up on it. Pozlusny into the middle. And kept in by Inkalingo and scooped up by Roman. Inkalingo. Punt this one up. Now Faust playing it out for Casper. And another takedown. Another collision. And Kane, just hearing Kane picked up that K-Lights goal from Lodis. Number 10, Dominic Lodis. Sorry, number 21, Joe Lodis, the senior. Hawks with a free kick opportunity here. Everybody crowding to the left. Pozlusny really with a wide open shot to the goal. Have to wonder what the Hawks have drawn up for this one. As the K-Lights coach discussing the play with the referee for this free kick.
It looks like Bellew might have been talking a little too much for the coach's liking. Ironic, isn't it?
Very much so. Everybody up here for the Hawks. Monahan halfway out to the logo. Jerry Pozlusny, one of the biggest kicks of his Hawks career. He'll put that into the middle.
Looked like a little too much hook there.
Faust taken down. Out of bounds. They'll give the Hawks the corner kick.
A little questionable there, though.
But not the free kick. Definitely a little questionable there. Carlucci from the corner. Hawks trailing 1-0. Goal scored by Tim Kane, the senior, for the K-Lights. This one up in the air right in front of the net, batted out by Inkalingo. And the Hawks will watch this one roll out of play. And Sioko to Carlucci. Now back to Sioko. Slingshot pass played ahead by Sioko.
And it looks like Jack Salvo got a cleat in the gut there as he was down for just a second. Looks to be limping a little bit. Perhaps not the gut. Maybe he got one in the leg. But it looks like Dennis McBride. Oh, Dennis McBride is coming in for Joey Sheridan.
Kind of just checked himself in there. Couldn't see where Coach Coyle was, but McBride kind of just walked by and asked if he could go in.
It's the kind of thing leaders do, I suppose.
The Hawks desperately need a goal. And they will not have a free kick. It will be a goal kick.
Also worth noting that one of the KOI's biggest playmakers, Joe Lodis, is not in, currently hacking it up on the sidelines.
Now back to Teresco. Now over to Sioko. Sioko up the middle looking for McCartney. McCartney across for Casper. Casper down for McBride. McBride to the middle, misses Casper, but McCartney will step in there. McCartney taking it himself. Taking some contact. Garcia takes the ball. Played all the way down.
They're just trying, the KO is just trying to chew clock at this point. Just get it downfield by any means possible and keep the prep out of your zone.
Casper playing it up for McCartney. Now the outside for McBride. McBride has to get there. He does.
I think it's going to be a throw-in for the Hawks.
This will be a throw-in. Casper will get it to McCartney. McCartney fans on the kick there. But Teresco on the touch. Teresco. Through ball, no good. Bicycle back. The Hawks don't challenge it. Injury timeout.
Brewster will also be taking a rest, it seems. The KOIs have two of some of their biggest playmakers down. Brewster on the offense, and Lodis, who's really been good on the middle, is not feeling well. It appears he has...
Out with an illness temporarily.
Hopefully both of those guys can get back in and can remain healthy for perhaps if they're able to move on for their next game as well.
Now Crespo playing that forward for Garcia. Casper trying to get around them. Garcia doing a great job protecting that ball, chewing up the clock. Well played ahead for Kane. Kane's pass all the way down up the middle. Here comes Carr. Teresco throwing Carr off the ball. It'll be a corner kick for Roman.
And that was definitely a bit of a shove there. But Teresco able to make a good defensive play and turns a goal into perhaps maybe a goal into a corner kick.
Now a short kick. Hawks can't cover it. Ripped wide by the Cahalites. And Hawks still have a chance. We'll see two more captains check back in. McBride and Green coming in also. Prue subbing in for Casper.
And Kitchenman for the Cahalites on that shot there has been a huge contributor and notably only a sophomore.
Looks like this matchup will be great for years to come. Looks like the Cahalites called for offsides there. Monahan a little bit confused. He kicked the ball away. And it was just Kane that was able to play the ball for Roman. And the Hawks kind of just sat around and watched that. Hawks will get a free kick. Pozlusny. Just put this down and go. We'll play it ahead for Green. Green up for McCartney. McCartney right in front of the net. McCartney taking his time, kicking back. Snagged by Incoligno.
What a save from Incoligno. That was
great catch. Would have tied the game from McCartney. Wow, what a play.
McCartney puts it just over his head, but he's able to make a reaching grab.
Not much more you can ask for out of your captain to make a play.
Goalie play has been phenomenal on both sides this game. It's been one of, if not the best highlights.
Just going to say that not much more else you can ask from Incoligno on the other side of the ball. I'll call this foul here on the Hawks and a Roman free kick.
That one's gotta hurt for the Hawks. As soon as you're getting stuff done in Roman territory, to have that stripped away is not fun. Looks like Peru is going to throw this one in for the Hawks.
A very far throw. Off the head of Lashwick. Comes out to Green. Green, nice touch in the middle for Dorsbacher. Dorsbacher can't get by his man, taken down. McBride in pursuit of Garcia on that ball. Garcia playing it ahead. Teresco throwing his man, getting the ball, no whistle. Teresco playing very physical.
That one might have been over dramatized, but
I wouldn't call it a takedown.
I'm not the one on the field, though, so perhaps he did shove him a little too hard for his own liking.
Subs here as Bellew check into this game. Araguin coming out. Played ahead by the Cahillites. Garcia with the ball. Through ball to the box for the Hawks. Offsides called. Hawks trying to hurry this one.
Kitchenman called offsides for the Cahillites as Jerry Pozlizny will be looking to put his cannon of a leg to work.
A great kick. Nobody there for the Hawks, though. Kitchenman going up for the ball. Hawks are there. Pozlizny on the ball. Pozlizny getting around to the outside. Has a whole lot of green ahead of him. Now broken up by the Cahillites. Played out of bounds. Green on the throw-in. Nobody's set. Green has to come back. He'll get this ball ahead. Hawks looking very frantic. Here comes McCartney. McCartney trying to get to the outside for McBride. Does not connect. Goal kick for the Cahillites.
Yeah, not much McBride could do on that one. I mean, no one would be as fast as he can to get that ball.
Not much time left for the Hawks. If they want to move on, they need to get something into the back of the net.
Yeah, the red button has been pushed, and the Hawks are really in crisis mode right now as they just need to get the ball downfield at any cost.
Lashwick cannot get that one ahead. Hawks force it deeper into the half. Crespo escaping. Prue cutting in. Kicked out of play by Roman. Hawks ball. Roman ball. Very questionable call there. Make that a free kick.
Yeah, Captain Dennis McBride is not happy about that one.
Very timely call as well.
Oh. Topher Tereshko is getting real chippy down there on the back line.
And a bad touch there by Prue.
Yeah, just like we were saying earlier.
Something to look out for. Mishandles that one. Goes out of bounds. Crespo on the throw-in.
My, oh my. He's got
cannon out of the back end. The Hawks slip. Pozluzny goes down. This will be...
It's going to be a throw-in, though.
Roman throw-in. Sees us as the 8:30 train now rolling in overhead of the field. Crespo, who has taken just about all of the throw-ins for the Cahillites.
It really makes sense. He's able to get so much on that ball.
Front post. As Saldana.
Uh-oh.
They'll call a foul, and it looks like a free kick for the Cahillites. On the another takedown.
And the Roman sideline is getting very hyped up with that call in. The prep sideline just looking defeated.
Very last spot you want a free kick from. Kick deflected and over the net. Corner kick now. Crespo also taking all the corner kicks for Roman. This one inside off the back post. Kept out. Garcia sending it back to the middle. Off a few more heads. And now whistled Hawks ball.
Monahan rushing to get this one off.
Everybody in transition. Monahan will get it away to Salvo. And now Faust. Faust taking it, playing for McCartney. McCartney getting the ball to the outside for McBride. McBride playing it ahead for McCartney. Bumped off the ball, out of bounds. Hawks ball, throw in.
It's a tough place to get it in from, as adrenaline is pumping through the veins of me, Anthony, all the players on the field.
San Carlucci coming off there. Shade checking in. Late sub. This one off the head. And Hawks saying off the hand of the Cahillite defenseman. Green trying to chip that one over the net. And Cahillite goal kick yet again. Not sure exactly how much time is left, but not much.
Yeah, no scoreboards here at Penn Park, so it's really tough to tell. Only the refs have the time on their stopwatches, so I guess that gives you a little bit of mystery. Makes things just a tad more interesting.
We'll play this short for Crespo. Crespo trying to draw the Hawks in, then send pass down the field. Garcia on that ball. Now here comes Kitchenman. Defended by Salvo. Out of bounds. They'll call it Cahillite ball again. We have an injured Cahillite on the field. This should stop the clock.
That's no good, especially this late in the game. It almost feels like that those sort of things are in vain. He's being attended to by the trainer, though. Our angle isn't the kindest to us right now. It's really tough to see, especially past the swarm of Roman players on the sideline.
It looked like Kitchenman was holding that left leg, and he will hop off so play can continue. They will get him over to the bench. Has he yet to put pressure on that leg?
Yeah, that's no good, especially for one of your biggest contributors in Kitchenman. Really can't sing his praises enough so far this game. That'll be a big loss if he's not able to play. Perhaps if Roman is able to move on, we still got some time left, so we're holding out hope.
Now this one to the middle. Garcia with the kick, finds the back of the net, they score!
And
Garcia.
I assume that'll just about do it.
The Cahillites with the 2-0 lead. Very late in this game. And that will just about do it. McLeod having some words with the sideline. The referee just deciding to watch. And the Hawks with the ball now. Still looking to finish this game out strong. McBride with the ball. McBride to the middle for Dorsbacher. Dorsbacher loses that one to Garcia and ahead for Brewster, but taken by Prue. Prue's pass back for Pozlusny, now over to Prue. Hawks down, but still not out. But they need a strike now. Send that to the middle for Salvo.
He's not able to get enough on it, as it appears like Garcia was able to get that one upfield.
Hooked down the sideline, comes out to Teresco. He'll send it over to Green. Green back to Pozlusny. Pozlusny switching field, getting it to Prue. They're playing a nice pass to McCartney. Now McCartney to the outside for McBride. McBride back to McCartney. McCartney to the middle for Faust. Faust taking it, trying to center in front. And blocks.
He's able to hold on to it in Colingo.
Wow.
Coming up clutch yet again.
Huge save falling on that ball. That could have definitely brought the Hawks back into this game. Prue will let this one roll out of bounds, and he'll get it into Salvo. Salvo to the middle for Pozlusny. Pozlusny through ball. Looking for McCartney. McCartney manhandled. No call. Scooped up by Inkalingo.
Uh-oh. Some words are being exchanged by the players as kids are getting in each other's faces. Not a good look this late in the game for either side, quite frankly.
They will have to separate the two teams, neither side making subs. And it looks like this will be a goal kick after the whistle. Two 2-0 Roman. Goals from Kane and most recently from Garcia. Both goaltenders having outstanding games. Just Roman having more opportunities and able to connect. Here with some time and some open field. This man cutting back on his heels and almost loses the ball there, but Salvo is able to regain possession. We'll give it to Teresco. We'll send it to the middle for McCartney.
As that one makes its way towards us here in the booth. But Prue's able to throw that one in.
Off the knee of a Cahill-lite defender. And Hawks with the ball, losing it off the arm of Carr. No handball called. Garcia coming the other way. He'll throw it ahead for Carr. Teresco getting back there. We'll leave it for Monahan. Monahan will boot it out to midfield. McCartney trying to get back on that one, but Lashwick able to get ahead on that.
Yeah, using his amazing touch to just waste some more time for the Cahill-lites.
And that will do it. Full time. Here's the Cahill-lites of Roman Catholic High School take down the St. Joe's Prep Hawks by a final score of 2-0.
A thrilling upset from the Cahill-lites to shake up things in the PCL playoffs for varsity men's soccer, and a very tough loss for the Prep Hawks who knew they could beat this team but just couldn't pull through, and it's definitely a heartbreaker.
And just like that, that will do it for the Hawks season. Very strong one. They controlled first place up until 2 weeks ago towards the end of the season. After a tie to LaSalle and a 1-0 loss to Father Judge, they find themselves here. And they fall 2-0 to Roman Catholic.
I feel like a lot of that just has to do with some of that negative momentum, as you were saying, with the tie to LaSalle and then the loss to Judge. I feel like they weren't as confident as they normally were coming into this game, and to me it really didn't show. I feel like the Hawks did play a great game, just weren't able to connect. And personally, my player of the game for the Cahill-lites has to be Inkalingo. I mean, although unappreciated, he wasn't the one to score the goals, but he was the one to prevent them, and he's really the one who kept the Cahill-lites in this game for this long.
The Hawks definitely had plenty of chances to put away some goals there, and this easily could have been a tie game, as you mentioned, if not for Inkalingo. And that will just about do it here for our time on the Sports Fanbase Network. Anthony Salvato and Zach Reagan here from WSJP, the sports broadcasting program at St. Joe's Prep. You can still find us currently broadcast a game on SFBN, a football game between the Hawks and the Cahill-lites, varsity football. The Hawks currently have a 28-7 lead in the third quarter. As time is winding down there as well, the Hawks look to split this multi-sport series between the Cahill-lites. So once again, thank you for tuning in. My name is Anthony Salvato, joined by Zach Reagan. Thank you. Have a good night. And from everyone here at St. Joe's Prep, we say go Prep. And congratulations to the Roman Catholic team moving on to the next round of the PCL playoffs. Thank you. Good night.